Episode 33. Here we go. We are moving right along in season 2 of the podcast. And for this one, I'm going to read another story from my previous blog that I had started in 2014. Yeah, 2014. Called findperspective.org. And it's no longer active, but I found it in like this web archive. And I just wanted to read an entry because it's all about inspirational stories, which is what this blog is about. So I'm going to read it here. This one I wrote and published on July 13th, 2014. It's called Veteran Steve Baskis Loses His Sight but Gains a Whole New Vision. So I was raised to have the utmost respect for veterans. My dad was in the Marine Corps Reserve. Just have tremendous respect for our military. And yeah, so this story, anyone who's a veteran, thank you for your service. And this story it means a lot because we have a lot of freedoms that we take for granted here in the US because of our veterans. So Steve Baskis. All right, so I will link to his Facebook page, and you can learn all about Steve Baskis in the show notes. But I'm going to read what I wrote. Okay, so I'm looking here at the blog post. All right, I can't imagine losing my sense of sight, and neither could veteran Steve Baskis, until it actually happened on May 13th, 2008. Steve's journey is one of many inspiring veteran stories that will make you think twice about giving up. He was 28 years old and serving in Baghdad when a roadside IED, improvised explosive device, went off, hitting him through his passenger door. Steve was hit with shrapnel all over his body, losing his vision almost instantaneously. Sadly, the blast took the life of his fellow friend and soldier who was riding next to him. Steve's road to recovery. Steve's road to recovery was not easy. In fact, it was probably harder than anyone like me could even begin to imagine. Dealing with the physical and psychological effects of losing a friend, losing your vision, and re-entering civilian life all at the same time seems almost unbearable. But for Steve, this life-altering incident was not the end. Facing the journey with a positive attitude was the only option. In the video below, Steve talks about how he found the courage to fight back and maximize his new life after losing his sight. With an unbelievably positive attitude and a network of supportive friends and family, he's not only recovering from this tragedy, he's redefining what it means to be blind, one sport at a time. And I posted a video from ABC News, which is actually no longer available. All right. So Steve's got a pretty amazing outlook on life. It's humbling. I admire Steve's ability to bounce back from such a life-altering event. He has a grateful, confident, and strong energy that I can really feel when I watch and hear him speak. And that was in that video. I'll see if I can link to one. How did he summon the strength to keep moving after something like this? Where did he find the courage to keep moving in a world that was no longer filled with physical light? Steve made the conscious decision to look at his blindness from a positive perspective, a perspective that was full of possibility. Instead of allowing himself to become a victim of a horrible tragedy, he chooses to take ownership of his new life and fill it with challenging, rewarding, and mood-boosting activities that make him feel like the person he was before he lost his vision. Steve challenged himself and now competes in triathlons, marathons, and biathlons. And he's not afraid of mountaineering at high elevations either. The thing is, this is a quote from him, when I go and I climb a mountain and I go and ski and I actually stay up on my skis, I feel like I've accomplished something. I feel less blind. That's a pretty powerful statement that we can all learn from. Every time Steve straps himself into his skis, he takes his power away from his blindness. His visual impairment suddenly takes a backseat to what he truly enjoys doing, skiing. He makes an active choice to invest time doing the things that bring him a sense of happiness and freedom. There's a picture of him skiing. Steve knows what he wants and he goes for it. And he's sure to extend a helping hand to other disabled people along the way through his website, Blind Endeavors. So Blind Endeavors, his organization, promotes awareness through adventure and exploration. In Steve's own words, the mission of Blind Endeavors is to raise awareness through adventure and exploration, to not only share great stories of human resilience, but also to increase general awareness about the accessible technology, medical advancements, and adaptive recreation that exist in our world today for people with physical and mental challenges. It's pretty rad. By writing about his journey through his Endeavors blog, which I linked to that, and I think, let's see if it's still active here from 2014. It might be. I will link to it. So by writing about his journey, he's able to share a story with others who may be experiencing fear, sadness, and doubt in the face of adversity. Wow, adversity. 11 years ago. His renewed purpose in life now involves taking himself and other adaptive athletes on guided adventures through nature around the world. So amazing. There's a picture of someone skiing with a orange like vest on their back that says blind rider. Snowboarding, I'm sure, or skiing. By writing about so what can we learn from his story about pushing past perceived limitations and facing our own fears in our day-to-day lives? Whew. So much. Just all these pictures here of him playing drums, biking on tandem with somebody, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Oh my goodness, so cool. So I'm just going to wrap it up here with my conclusion. The next time I think I can't do something, I'm going to think of Steve. If he can find the courage to step outside and embrace the darkness, I can surely find a way to let the light in too. With a positive perspective and a whole lot of faith, there's nothing we can't do. And, I have a note here. It says, visit Blind Endeavors today to learn more about how you can help Steve and other adaptive athletes follow their passions. So shout out to Steve Baskis. I'm going to put all his information in the show notes. Any athlete that does that, let alone somebody who is a veteran and who is also visually impaired and cannot see, just amazing level of mental, physical, emotional strength. So yeah, it's just starting my work day with that story because I don't have those challenges and everybody has different challenges, but that one would be certainly difficult. So Steve, cheers to you having adventures in adversity, taking that to the total next level. Maybe I'll be able to have him on the podcast one day. I'll tag him, see if it happens. Who knows? We could make a new connection through just telling stories about inspirational people. So take care, and we are wrapping up at 9 minutes. Have a great Wednesday, and talk to you soon.